This is the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News, where we present some of the top stories from this week and your weekend weather forecast. I'm Bethany Jenks, and stay tuned for more on the weekend edition of iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News, your number one source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
One of our top stories for this week was about the honor bestowed on a benefactor of the Moses Lake Public Library. Reporter Jeff Chu has the story.
Library leaders on Friday officially hung up a plaque honoring late library board member Alice Harwood. The library received a $10,000 family donation in her name. Moses Lake Public Library Board President Tim Furman said the largest private donation ever given to the library was a great start toward replacing the library's aging bookshelves, a $130,000 project.
What we're actually looking at doing is applying this money towards the shelving project, which is replacing all the broken down and the worn out shelving we have here in the library. That's the number one priority right now. This is a good start towards that, yeah. But the plan is to contact other community organizations and request donations in support of that. We receive smaller donations, $1,000, $500, but this is the largest one so far. And we're hoping this is just the start.
Alice Harwood, remembered as an avid reader, served as an early member of the North Central Regional Library Board from 1970 to 1982. Her husband Eugene, who attended the library ceremony, made the donation in Alice Harwood's name. He and Alice began farming in Moses Lake in 1949. The Harwood's daughter, Janice Tim, attended the ceremony with her father and sister Debbie Roble. Tim said she was inspired by her mother Alice to become a librarian. Tim now runs the Okanagan Library, part of the North Central Library system.
My mom was definitely an inspiration, and she was always very supportive of me in my career as a library person. It wasn't my first career, but it's the one I love the most.
Tim, who used the Moses Lake Library growing up here, said she was happy that her family could contribute to a library improvement.
It's a wonderful opportunity for our family to give back to the community, and our library is all about community.
Furman said the shelving replacement project is the first step toward a proposed expansion of the library.
Long-term, the idea is to do a major remodel of the existing building and then add about 20,000 square feet, kind of heading towards where this Chamber of Commerce building is. The estimates that we've looked at for a community the size of Moses Lake at this point should be about a 30,000 square foot library, 30 to 27,000 square feet.
Furman discussed funding options for expanding the library.
Lots and lots of fundraising. At some point, I imagine the city is going to probably have to run a bond for the full amount, but the idea is for the foundation to at least lay a ground floor for them and raise what we can privately.
Moses Lake Mayor Dick Dean said the city supports library expansion.
Having this library available to our community, as we mentioned, it is hardly even a half the size or a third the size that it needs to be. Our city is looking at it. We've been talking about it. This is the heart of a community. Libraries and schools are the center of the education that makes our community and our kids what they are.
I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
A Moses Lake business moved to a new location to offer custom motorcycles. Reporter Jeff Chu visited them and fills us in.
Desert Thunder Custom Cycles has moved from its former Interstate 90 frontage road location to a new home at 2209 West Broadway Avenue in Moses Lake. Desert Thunder owner Manny Ormachea said the move has already drawn more motorcycling enthusiasts to the independent shop that has been in Moses Lake for 4 years. He said the business specializes in selling pre-owned Harley-Davidsons, motorcycle repairs, customization, parts, and accessories. Ormachea, who grew up with motorcycles as a hobby under his father's watchful eyes, said Desert Thunder has one big selling point.
Our whole deal is that we're the only service center on the I-90 between Spokane and Seattle.
So he said the shop attracts cross-country riders in need of service along that 275-mile I-90 stretch. See the website at desertthundercustommotorcycles.com. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
As one business relocates, another needed approval from the Moses Lake City Council to begin.
Moses Lake is closer to allowing marijuana producers inside city limits. The City Council passed the first reading of an ordinance that allows producers in light industrial zones. The decision follows a request by Moses Lake businessman Alan Haru to allow his brother to open up a marijuana-producing business in the 1400 block of Wheeler Road. City staff rejected the proposal because it's considered an agricultural business, and City Code doesn't allow new agriculture inside city limits. City Attorney Catherine Kennison explained the new code changes the definition of marijuana producers to make it match state laws defining it as a manufacturer. The new code requires producers to be indoors. A second vote on the ordinance is scheduled for later this month. For iFIBER 1 News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.
The following pair of people are being sought by law enforcement, and you're asked to call police if you see them.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We will be right back after this.